Okay, today's the day. Today's the day I talk about the best movie of the year so far, Mass. Yeah, you guys know I've creamed my pants over Mass for quite a bit, especially if you've been subscribed to me for a while now, since I saw it back in Sundance. You guys probably know what the story is. Two sets of parents. Years ago, there was a school shooting. One set of the parents is the victim, this kid. Yeah. Another set is the shooter. And they come to try to understand and heal and move forward. And this is the best fucking movie of the year so far. I'm gonna jump straight into it. I'm gonna jump straight into it. I'm going right there. The acting in this movie, guys, listen up. You listening? It is so good. It's ridiculous. It is early October, and by early, I literally mean October 1st. I'm recording this a little bit early. I am so confident that there is no other movie coming out this year where the ensemble is as perfectly acted as this one. The combination, guys, fuck off. The combination of being reserved and, that introspective acting, right? The crying, the yelling, the showiness, and the subtlety combine. Bro, y'all need to stop. It is so good. It is so good. Guys, this is the best acted movie I've seen in a bit. And let's go through it. Reed Birney plays Richard. And to be honest, he's kind of getting the short end of the stick, especially in like Oscar predictions and stuff. That is not because he is bad at all, but it's just because how the character is written. He has probably the least to do, and he's written to be probably the least likable, but he is great in this. I mean, this part was written for him, and it makes sense. I mean, he's won a fucking Tony. He's excellent, and, just keep bringing him up. Martha Plimpton, come on. She plays Gail, the mother of the victim, one of the victims. She is excellent. Each person in here gets a scene, right? And she gets a scene where, goddamn, it is so, touching and beautiful and heartbreaking. It is so good. And then you have Ann Dowd and Jason Isaacs, two of which are most likely to get an Oscar nomination if it does at all. And we will talk about the Oscars because I know you guys love that. To me, they are the standouts. Ann Dowd, just when you think the movie's done, she comes back and just punches you in the gut again. I mean, she is excellent in this role. I mean, just what a performance. And Jason Isaacs, who to me is the best in the movie. I mean, his character completely flips, right? And I'm not going to spoil anything, trust me. But he kind of comes in and he is very clear. He's like, listen, we're not here to attack you. We're just trying to learn. But eventually, as you would expect, these conversations go on and he starts to break a little bit. And then he has the scene in the movie where, oh my, dude, I could cry right now. He is reserved through a lot of it and explosive when needed. And I guess I could say the same for all these actors, but to me, Jason Isaacs is the standout. I mean, I did not know Lucius Malfoy got it like that. So the performances are fucking excellent, and we will talk about them again in a few minutes with the Oscars. The screenplay is great. A topic like this, you would think this could go poorly in so many different fucking directions. It could be too preachy, too political, too on the nose, way too melodramatic. It's not. It's not. In the wrong hands, this could either be 2 hours of nonstop crying or yelling, or just a public service announcement for, whichever. It's not. There's a line in the movie where they say, I'm not here to talk fucking politics. They say that. And I don't even have a problem with politics being in movies, but this movie isn't about that. It's really not about the shooting. It's just about how to go forward with a traumatic event like that. I mean, god damn, the screenplay fire. What? I'm very passionate about this movie, okay? Don't act like this is an act for the camera. It's not. You've seen some of my other videos. I'm not like this. I feel so strongly about this movie. When I said that this movie has not left my mind, I fucking meant it. There's not a day that goes by that I did not think about this. And I've seen it twice now. So I wanted to wait until I saw it again just to, because I saw it back in January, February. I don't even remember. So my feelings could change. Watch it again. Nope. God damn that. What? If someone comes to you and says this movie is just 2 hours of crying or 2 hours of yelling and crying, that's how you know they didn't watch the movie. It is surprising how patient this movie is. no one raises their voice until like an hour in, and you're so caught up in the dialogue, just the straight conversation of what is happening, that the time to me didn't feel that long. I was just kind of watching. I was like, okay, yeah, I get that point. Oh, if I was in their position, I would feel like that, or whichever. And then right to the point where I was like, it hit me the first time where I was like, okay, actually, like, where is this going now? Then the scene hits, and I was like, oh my, what the fuck is happening right now? I just got like assaulted with tears. I thought my screening was blurry until I realized it was just the tears in my eyes. That is also going to be my Letterboxd review. I mean, this movie, I gotta be honest, this movie is kind of exhausting. And I don't like saying that because I feel like that turns people off to watching it. They're like, oh, I don't want to, I'm just not in the mood to be, to watch something so heavy. But I don't know, maybe I am just weird, because as soon as I watched this movie, and a lot of people I've seen be like, man, that was an awesome movie, but that was so much that I'm not in a rush to watch again. No. Give it to me right now. Give it to me again. Give it to me a third time. Okay? Please. But that's just me. And I know a lot of people could say this could just be a play. In fact, it was written like that at first, initially, because 95% of the movie really is just those 4 actors in a room. But I'm so glad they did this as a movie, because it is, the way it cuts back and forth, the editing, especially when it starts to ramp up a little bit, distinctly a movie, okay? Distinctly cinematic, and it should be that, and it should be captured as that. It could still work as a play, but I am glad this is a movie first. Now, what are some negatives? Because, I've talked this up for a bit. Cinematography wise, I think they make some interesting choices in terms of like the aspect ratio and the transition to handheld when things start to get a little shaky. I think I appreciate all that, but in terms of just a visual look, it's not much there, as you kind of expect. Just, it's a bland room in a church, and most of it is just inside that room. So that could bother some people, I guess. There are some moments where the movie will cut away from like a very dramatic scene, and some people might not like that. I actually don't mind that too much, because it really just sets in like what you just heard in like silence. But I can see some people kind of thinking that it almost feels like it's trying to cut away just to add something, or it feels unconfident in what it's doing. I can get that, but you'll make your own decision. There is a spectacular scene like right at the end that kind of leaves you kind of gutted again, but I can see where this movie could have been trimmed about like 10-15 minutes. I think the first time I watched it, there was about like 2 moments where I thought it was going to end, and then it kind of kept going. So that is one thing. It could have been a little bit tighter, but it is one of those things. And in the beginning, before the characters are kind of introduced, you're like almost, it's like kind of comedic, because there's just like a church employee there trying to set up the room, and she's kind of awkward, so that might not work for some people either. Realistically, if I'm being honest, with some of those kind of problems that I just said, I kind of feel like this is like a 4.5 star movie. But the emotional response this movie gets out of me, I didn't cry, because I consider crying like a tear falling. I've said this multiple times. I just can't cry at movies for some reason. But motherfucker, my eyes were a watering. The emotional response this movie gets out of me, the stranglehold this movie had on me since I saw it at Sundance, and still has, even though I've seen it twice, it's unrivaled. This movie is unthreatened as my number 1 movie of the year so far, as I'm recording right now. Maybe that'll change. But with that being said, Mass, that's a 5-star movie right there. First and only 5-star movie of the year. In fact, I think I've only given like 2 movies 4.5 stars, not including Mass. So that's my take on this year. Let's talk Oscars. There is so much that can be said about the Oscars with this movie, and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not going to go through everything here. There's a lot that could be said about Bleecker Street and their campaigning. Maybe it'll end up fine at the end. To their credit, they were the first to set up a For Your Consideration website for Mass. They've set up a lot of screenings. It's premiering at certain London film festivals, or UK ones, I should say. And Ann Dowd has been kind of campaigning. So there have been some screenings. Who knows how that'll pay off. Bleecker Street, oddly enough, is good at getting their movie into SAG. So we'll see if that continues here. Regardless, I've said this before. I don't remember what video. 2. I need 2 nominations, Bleecker Street. You hear me? I need 2. That's it. That's all I'm asking for, okay? I don't believe this will get into Best Picture. I think it should. I think it deserves it. I don't believe it will. I've never said that I think it will. But whether it's a screenplay and an actor or 2 actors or whatever, make it more. But I need 2 minimum. There is no fucking way Academy voters watch this movie and at the very least be like, well, those performances were just okay. No fucking way. They will watch it and they will have to vote on these actors. There's no way. I could talk about this on my Oscar predictions, and I might as well. Jason Isaacs should sweep. Okay, I know it's early. There are a lot of supporting actor contenders that may or may not appear from movies like Don't Look Up or Nightmare Alley or West Side Story. As it stands now, right now, with who knows the placements of each people, who knows how much screen time people have, with the movies that we have seen and know, Jason Isaacs should be winning. There is no competition. Who right now is going to win? Jason Isaacs should sweep, okay? Maybe I'll change my mind. You know what? I got to be honest. I hope I change my mind, right? I don't want to go down with the ship. I want to protect myself from pain, okay? Like last year, if Minari didn't get Best Picture, I wouldn't be making this video right now. My channel would be deleted because I would be so upset. Luckily, it did happen. I'm trying to protect myself, okay? I don't think Jason Isaacs is number 1 right now. I'm just saying he should be. Dowd should fucking win. Dowd should win, or Martha Plimpton should win. They both should be nominated. I don't care who you think should win. They both should be nominated. It is that good. I'm not overhyping this. There are so many movies that I see, and people complain that they don't show up at the Oscars. But when I take my cinephile hat off, like, of course. What's a good example? Let's just take Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems was one of my favorite movies of that year. Did I even think for a second that Uncut Gems had a shot at the Academy? No, I didn't. And that could be a problem with the Academy, and it is. But this is not one of those movies. This is not one of those movies where it's like, well, I mean, it's going to be a critics thing, but, the Academy won't really go. It feels like what the Academy would go for in a performance. It really does. I'm speaking very strongly about this, but that's how I feel. The screenplay, I think, should get in as well. Maybe the screenplay is its best shot. I don't know. Regardless, I need 2 nominations. And you guys love pointing out to me that Mass will get 0 nominations. You guys love pointing that out. It hurts my feelings. That's all good, though. But I need it. I need it so bad. I need this to happen. I don't want to get... This is the movie I'm attached to. This is it. This is the movie I'm attached to for the Oscars, and it's going to hurt when who knows how it performs. Bleecker Street, I've probably been the nicest to you out of any awards pundit or cinephile film Twitter person. I've probably been the nicest. I give you all the benefit of the doubt, and at the end of the day, it is in the hands of the Academy voters, okay? You could do all you want. If they're just not for it, they're not for it. With that being said, y'all need to fucking show me up. All right, you need to do something. You need to have my back like I have yours, okay? So many people are like, dude, this is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Bleecker Street, make it happen, okay? You've never had a movie this good in your lineup that could actually make it for some more than 1 nomination. This can do it. You could have a win here. Realistically, you can have a win. Let's make it happen. Goddamn, this is way too long of a video, but go watch Mass. Make your own decisions. You may not like it as much as me. I doubt a lot of people will like it as much as me. But even with that being said, I know you guys will love the performances. Cannot deny that. With that being said, thank you guys for watching and subscribing. Take care. Stay safe.